All right, yo, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hopefully you're all doing well. Sorry if my screen froze for a second. I noticed that my audio levels were a little bit stuck, so hopefully you're all doing well, man. We wrap up this series today, this afternoon, as the Phillies take on the Cincinnati Reds. And they're looking to split the series. So last night was another brutal loss for the Phillies. They got blown out. They were actually doing a really good job. Spencer Turnbull was doing really well and pitched potentially his last outing as a starting pitcher for the Phillies before Taijuan Walker comes back. Not saying that he won't start again, but the talk has been that he is probably going to go to the bullpen. And that'll be like once Taijuan Walker comes back, and probably by Sunday that would be the case. But he pitched really well. He had a very, very good outing yesterday, and today, and the bullpen last night, that's really what I meant to say. The bullpen last night did not hold up their end of the bargain. The bullpen really was ice cold. Sir Anthony Dominguez gave up some big-time runs. Jose Alvarado was not himself. Gregory Soto was not himself at all whatsoever either. And the bullpen has really been struggling. That's really been the main talking point about this team right now, is that their bullpen is not doing so good. And the conversation coming into the season is just, or has just been, that the Phillies bullpen has been was really dominant last year and even the year before that. And they were expected to be the number one bullpen this year, but they just have not been performing up to those types of expectations. So what needs to happen today is obviously the offense has to continue to get things going, but you need to have a really good outing from your starting pitcher, Zack Wheeler, and you're probably... Today would be a really nice day to really not rely too much on the bullpen. Maybe have Jeff Hoffman come in there for an inning. If Wheeler can just give you 7 innings and give you like 89, 90 pitches, I think that we can all live with that. And then just have Jeff Hoffman come in for the 9th, and maybe somebody else come in for the 8th inning that was not used in yesterday's outing, like Orion Kerkering. All right. So we got the lineups in the first pitch coming up in just a little bit. I do want to give a lot of flowers, though, to Alec Bohm, because Alec Bohm played really well once again yesterday, had a 4-hit game, got on base 5 times, and continues to really be a spark at the plate for this team. He's been really stepping into a bigger role and has been maturing before a lot of our own eyes. And I'm not really the type of person that likes to always harp on things, but if you guys remember when he was drafted, when he came up to the big leagues, and just the amount of hate he was getting defensively over at first base, and just the amount that he wasn't really able to hit, and he got so much scrutiny, he got so much hate over just not being a top ball player, and now he's really just been blossoming into this role with the Phillies, where he's been producing a lot of runs for them over the last 2 years. And I think that we have to give him praise where praise is due. Just see how he does today once again at the plate. But he's been a very big bright spot for this team for sure. All right. Yes. All right. What's up, Katie? What's going on in user? What's going on? Cincinnati just has our number this year. Won't be surprised if we lose again tonight. Well, the bullpen has been struggling, so that's certainly been even before the series started. The bullpen was not doing their end of the bargain. So that's something that I still see consistently. And I don't think that's just a Cincinnati thing. I just think that the bullpen has not been that good. All right. Let's see. What else do we got? Well, shocker, our bullpen is inconsistent. Exactly. What's up, Jason? How you doing, man? It's a beautiful afternoon at Great American Ballpark. We're about ready to get underway. Phillies have Kyle Schwarber leading things off. The other really big storyline tonight is that for today's series finale, I should say. I cannot speak today. I didn't do any sort of vocal warm-ups, and that's probably why. But Bryce Harper is back for the Phillies, and Bryce, of course, Bryce had his third child and was on paternity leave, so he is back in action this afternoon for the Phillies, and hopefully he has a good day at the plate too. So Schwarber will be leading things off. Then it's Turner, and then Harper, Bohm, Realmuto, Marsh, Castellanos, Stott, and Rojas. All right, so we're just underway, and Schwarber's up at the plate. He fouled off the first pitch. But yeah, what are your final score predictions today, man? Appreciate you guys so much for being here. The 0-1 pitch is down low for a ball. All right, let's make this look a little bit better. Final score predictions. And again, I do apologize about not having a little intro like 15 minutes beforehand. I'm trying to get new music. I really just haven't had the time to really work on it just because I've been so busy doing all these games and preparing for all that type of stuff. Schwarber's 1 for 11 in this series with an RBI. On the mound is Nick Martinez for the Reds, and the 1-2 is down low for ball 2. Martinez has had an interesting career so far. Played for the San Diego Padres. He's now 33 years old. Went to Fordham College. Has a 4.76 ERA. What's up, Mitch? 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 just misses outside for ball 3. So again, the lineup for the Phillies, it's Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Bohm, Realmuto, Marsh, Castellanos, Stott, and Rojas. Turner waits in the on-deck circle. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2 on the way. Strike 3 called right at the knees at 93 miles per hour. Schwarber went down looking, and it was just an ordinary fastball there. Hoping the Eagles go corner tonight. Yeah, we'll talk about the Eagles a little bit later. Obviously, there's a lot of things going on in the Philly sports world. We got our doubleheader today, for sure. But we're just getting situated right now in regards to the Phillies as the first pitch is in there for a strike at the knees to Trey Turner, who's 2 for 13 in this series. Also hitting .324 with 2 homers and 9 RBI. The 0-1 pitch, and Turner fouls it off but loses the bat as it goes flying in the air over towards the third base side. All right, defensively for the Reds, we got Nick Martinez on the mound from 1 through 9. Maley will be his battery. He's behind the plate. And then over at first base, it's Strand. At second, it's Espinal. At third, it's Candelario. And at short, it's De La Cruz. In the outfield for Cincinnati, you got Steer out in left, Benson playing center. Fairchild has the afternoon off. And out in right field is Martini. No balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the first. 8 pitches so far for Nick Martinez. Base is empty. Trey Turner at the plate. And the 0-2 delivery sails low. To make the count now 1-2. Crew chief for this afternoon's game, it's Alex Tosi calling the balls and the strikes behind the plate. Dan Bellino's over at first, Phil Cuzzies at second, and Tony Randazzo, who was the home plate umpire last night, is over at third base. The 1-2 delivery, line drive into right field for a base hit, and Trey Turner gets on with a single, as it was played on a couple of bounces by Martinez out in right field. Turner just continues to be a hitting machine for the Phillies as well. Has really been doing a very good job over his last 12 games. Has been having a very high batting average. Actually had an 8-game hitting streak, which ended a couple of games ago. Here's Bryce Harper at the dish. And the first pitch, swing and a miss. Now Bohm waits in the on-deck circle. So Schwarber struck out looking. Turner just singled to right field, and Martinez again on the bump. Looks back over at first base. He has a little rhythm to his windup. The 0-1. That's down low for a ball 1. Martinez sort of like rocks forward and backwards when he starts his windup. And I guess that's just a way to throw off the hitters. Doesn't really do it too much, but you can see a little bit of some movement with the front foot and then the back foot. He sort of sways. Throw back to first, not in time. Trey Turner got caught into a rundown last night, and that ended what was a 42 consecutive stolen base streak. The 1-1 pitch fouled right off the back knee of Harper, and it's a 1-2 count. What's up, Nick? How you doing, man? Thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. One out. In the top of the first inning, and the 1-2 to Harper upstairs. Let's see. They can't afford to lose this game. They can. I mean, you want to win them all, but, you know, my grandma would say you can't win them all. The 2-2 on the way. Ground ball hit over to first base. This could be 2. The flip over the second. There's 1, and the throw over to first is in time, as Martinez had to cover the bag for Encarnacion Strand. So, and the side is retired. So that's going to go down as a 3-6-1 double play to end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the first. Reds coming up to bat. All right. What's up, man? How you doing, bro? What's up, random kid? Yo, JJ, thanks for the coverage. Go Reds. I appreciate you for coming on here, man. I really do appreciate that. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. Welcome on in. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We are on for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. That's what we cover on here, man. We do play-by-play for all 3 of those teams. A little bit of a backstory about me is that I'm from South Jersey, right? I graduated from Rowan in the spring of 2022 with a sports communications and media degree. And I interned at NFL Films in the fall of 2022. But as much as I loved being in the studio, I did a lot of things when I was in college in regards to just broadcasting. I got to call games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who were the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals, for our radio station at Rowan because we had a partnership with them. And we were also partnered with the Delaware Bluecoats as well, who were the G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers, and I really got to take advantage of those incredible opportunities, and that was so awesome. But, you know, I miss putting on the headsets after I graduated, and I thought, you know what, if I can call games, and if I practice doing it on a TV, why not just record myself on YouTube and just try to brand myself and try to get an audience, you know, and try to take advantage of these new digital media airways. I think that's a really, really big thing because this whole area is growing, and you see it a lot with podcasts for sure, but with traditional play-by-play, it's sort of like a brand new game for that. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you all so much for being here. Hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I upload. So you didn't know that I was going to go with a little bit more pizzazz with that. What's up, back, man? Keep doing your thing, man. I appreciate that, dude. I really do. Zack Wheeler on the bump in 5 games this season. He has pitched 31 in the third of an inning. And the first pitch was in there for a strike. The second pitch was swung on and missed. It was a cutter that was on the upper third of the zone for strike 2. Benson on a 2-game hitting streak. He's 3 for his last 9. He was really struggling before that hitting streak and had gone hitless in, honestly, a lot of at-bats. The next pitch is upstairs for a ball. Wheeler has a 2.3 earned run average and 38 strikeouts in those 31 innings. The 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss, make it now 39 strikeouts in 31 2/3 of an inning. So Benson strikes out. It was a good pitch thrown by Wheeler. Guy that has been absolutely dominant on the mound for the Fightins. 1 out in the bottom of the first. Here's Elly De La Cruz, who's hitting .435 over his last 8 games and has put up ridiculous numbers on both sides of the plate. He'll foul off the first pitch against Zack Wheeler. What's up, PAS? How you doing, man? Shout out to you for coming on here, bro. Appreciate it. The 0-1 by Wheeler, way up high. The count is now 1-1. Phillies defensively, from 1 through 9, they got Wheeler on the mound. Behind the plate is JT Realmuto. Over at first base is Harper. At second, it's Stott. At third, it's Bohm. And the 1-1 is down low for ball 2. Turner's playing over at short. And in the outfield from right to left, it's Castellanos, Rojas, and Marsh. The 2-1 delivery fouled back towards the screen. We'll do it again. It's a beautiful day at Great American Ballpark. 68 degrees outside, not a lot of wind. Do see some long sleeve shirts, but not too much. Lots of sunglasses. The 2-2 ground ball drifted over towards the second base side, and Stott has it and throws over to first, and there's out number 2. And Spencer Steer's coming up to bat. So Benson struck out. De La Cruz grounded out to second base. And up to bat is Spencer Steer. Final score predictions? Comment down below. Would love to hear what you guys have to say in regards to this game. The pitch on the way is at the knees for a called strike at 95 on the gun. I'm going to go with 7-3 Phillies. The ball's 1 strike. Wheeler gets set, starts his motion, and the pitch is in there for strike 2. Another fastball. Steer hitting .267 during this season so far, and he chops the 0-2 over towards the third base dugout. It's a foul ball, though. Spencer has 3 homers on the season and 19 runs batted in. The ball's 2 strikes and the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. And it looked a little bit off the plate as Spencer Steer gets into a little bit of a debate with Alex Tassi. And we go to the top of the second inning. 1-2-3 go the Reds. Phillies coming back up to bat. All right, so Random Kid says 5-3 Reds. Okay. I just think that they're going to struggle against Zack Wheeler. I really do. I don't think that the Reds are going to provide a lot of offense on Zack. But with that being said, the bullpen for the Phillies has not been pretty good. And I'll say that lightly. They have really been struggling. That's the best way I can put it. But Zack, if in case you are curious, Zack Wheeler has faced the Reds. He's faced them, I believe, a total amount of 8 times. Actually, 7 times. So he is 1-2 with a 2.98 ERA in his career. Last time he faced the Reds, he went 6 innings and he allowed just 1 earned run at 10 strikeouts, which was the most that he's had against the Reds in his career. And that was on April 3rd of this year. Donna, what's up? What's up, Donna? Haven't seen you on here in a while. Shout out to Donna. She's going to go 6-1 Phils. But to your point, Random Kid, like, honestly, there's a chance that you might be right. That's what I'm worrying about. Yep. Breon, what's going on, bro? How you doing? Did I say that correctly? Please make sure. Please correct me if I said that wrong. 6-2 Phillies. All right, I like that. 5-3 Reds, says Danny. Shout out to Danny for always coming on here throughout every single game. Alec Bohm will pop this one up over towards the first base side, and Encarnacion Strand is there to make the catch in foul territory for out number 1. I do wish that the Phillies were a little bit more patient at the plate some of the time, because that pitch looked like it was pretty inside, and Bohm just got way underneath that. JT's 2 for 9 in this series, and he's up to bat. He had the night off last night. Garrett Stubbs got the nod. And Martinez throws a strike right down the pipe. What's up, DFJ? How you doing, bro? Shout out to you, man. The ball is 1 strike, and the 0-1 delivery is a curveball that's in the dirt for ball 1. JT wearing his white and red batting gloves. The red part is on the fingertips. And the 1-1 pitch, that's lined foul over towards the left field side. Ronnie, what's up, Ronnie? How you doing? Breon says, yeah, you're on point with the brunch station, JJ, listening while I'm grinding some MLB The Show. Nice. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That was a high cheese fastball. And Martinez records his second strikeout of the day. That came in at 96 miles per hour on the radar gun. And there's 2 outs in this top of the second inning. It was just at the eye level, too. JT thought that it looked good, but just was not able to get anything on it. Here's Marsh, who steps into the box, and he takes the first pitch downstairs. Marsh has gone hitless in his last 6 at-bats. He's hitting .271, though, has 5 long balls and 13 RBI. The 1-0 pitch that's popped up over towards the left field side. It's hooking foul, and it goes just out of play over towards the left field corner. Phillies, of course, wrapping up this 4-game set at Great American Ballpark. And will be traveling to San Diego after this game is done. They'll play against the Padres for a 3-game set. The 1-1 delivery by Martinez, swing and a miss. Then they go to Anaheim to take on Mike Trout and the Angels. And speaking of Trout, man, he's had a fantastic start to the season. The 1-2 on the way, and it's a changeup that's taken low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. Base is empty, top of the second. 2 outs. And the pitch upstairs for ball 3, so it was an 0-2 count. It's now a full count. Martinez, last season for the Padres, had a 3.43 ERA with 106 strikeouts. The payoff pitch, fly ball, hit out towards center field. Not that deep, though. Benson tracks it down, and he'll make the catch. Just shy of the warning track, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Phils. We go to the bottom of the second. Reds coming back up in this scoreless ball game. All right. Random Kid says, as a Reds fan, I can't wait to get TJ Fradel and Matt McLean back. Yeah, well, TJ has been a big piece for you guys. Also, Jake Fraley, I don't know. I didn't see. I haven't heard anything about Jake Fraley. Like, is he hurt or something? Please, let me know, because I've tried to find things and I haven't been able to find anything about Jake Fraley, because he's another big piece to that Reds lineup too. Obviously the biggest piece is Elly, for sure. Will Benson is now starting to get things back into a groove. Jonathan India, when he's hot, he's one of the best hitters on the team for sure. And Christian Encarnacion Strand, they have a good ball club. They could win the NL Central. I'm not saying that they're going to, but they have a shot. They really do. If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. The name is Jason Joseph. We cover the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles on here. We do play-by-play. We try not to miss a beat. We try to give you the nuts and bolts of what's going on. We do it like a radio play-by-play style, but we're digitalizing it, which sounds very corny, and that sounds really bad, and maybe I just made that even worse by making it sound even more corny. But that's okay, because our name is JJ. Some people call us JJ the Jet Plane. That's me. If you don't get the reference, well, I guess you didn't grow up in the early 2000s like me. It's 28 degrees in the TV booth, and It's 56 degrees out there, really? Do they have that graphic correct? Huh. 56 degrees at the ballpark on the field, and it's 28 degrees in the TV booth. They keep it cold there, man. First pitch is swung on and missed. The ball's one strike, and the 0-1 delivery is down low and outside for ball one. Christian Encarnacion Strand is up in the box, batting on the right side. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Who is this that they're interviewing? I don't even know. Encarnacion Strand batting .209 on the season, and the 1-1 delivery swung on, hit out over to right field. Castellanos tracks it down, comes running in towards home plate, and they'll make the catch and grabs it for out number 1. 4 up, 4 down for Zack Wheeler. There's the first out of the inning, and Nick Martini's coming up to bat. 8-3 is your final score. New here. Love the Reds, says John Graziano. John, I think I saw you the other day, man. I thought I saw you the other day. Maybe it was a clone. It could have been a clone. All right, here's the first pitch. It's swung on, grounded over to first base. Harper plays it on 2 bounces, flips it back to Wheeler, who covers the bag. And Dan Bellino says that Martini is out. And there's 2 away. Just 17 pitches for Wheeler in 1 2/3 of an inning. It's been a very quick game so far, and I know that we're still early, but Jonathan India will come up to bat. Just hitting 174 on the season. India really has been struggling, but again, I said it before, when he gets going, he can be dangerous as well in this lineup. Takes the first pitch on the upper third of the zone for strike 1, excuse me. Wheeler gets set at the letters, kicks, fires. The pitch, grounder, hit over to shortstop. Turner fields it cleanly, throws over to first, and the side is retired. 4, 5, 6 are down, and we go to the top of the third. Phillies coming back up to bat. Nice. Stupid sickness. Cincinnati Reds play Texas Rangers next. That's correct. What's up, Chris? Oh, man, what's going on? If you guys are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Come on, man. Let's get to 50. Let's get to 100 likes again today. That'd be so awesome. Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. If we could get to 2,050 subscribers, too, that would be really awesome. We are going live for the Sixers game later tonight. I will not be doing the NFL draft because I don't know why, but we have a playoff game on NFL draft night on the first night. I will probably try to do a watch party tomorrow night and cover round 2 through 5 and see how that goes. So, yeah, we'll be covering day 2 of draft night. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Eagles have a lot of second-round picks. Hey, JJ, I'm so happy to hear from you today. It will make my next hour and a half at work go by fast. Time flies by when you're having fun, man. That's the old saying, and it stands true to this day. Thanks so much for welcoming me into your workstation. You know, we're going worldwide, as Pitbull would say, Mr. Worldwide to Mr. 305. You know, that's what we're doing on here, man. I don't know. Some of these things just slip into me. They just slip into my head. They really do. Those will stay in the race as well as the Cubs, Marlins, and D-backs. Oh, the wild card race. Yeah, the Phillies will definitely be in the wild card race, if not for the division. Here's Nick Castellanos, the former Red, who comes up to bat, and he stares at a curveball that's just below the strike zone. He's 2 for 13 in this series. Big difference there. Hitting 174 with 7 runs batted in. And the 1-0 delivery, swing and a miss. Nick Martinez out there for his 3rd inning of work. Came into this inning with 26 pitches. That's what's going around with Jake Fraley and some others. The 1-1 delivery. Line drive into right center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Benson had to sort of communicate with the right fielder Martini, and there's an opposite field single by Nick Castellanos. Man, you got Nick Martini and Nick Martinez. If that was for basketball, that would be so tough. Bryson Stott has reached base safely in 16 of his last 19 starts. And he's starting to come through a little bit more for the Phillies. He's hitting just .217 on the season, and he looks at a sinker at the knees for strike one. Phillies were picked to win. The money line today coming into this game was at -185, according to ESPN+. The pitch on the way is down low for a ball. The over-under was set at 7.5 runs. Don't know what it is right now. Runner over at first, and the 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Another curveball at 81. Good location, good velocity, and good execution by Martinez. Oh, boy. What's up, end user? Was born on June 2nd of 1988. The 1-2 pitch, line drive down the first base line's a fair ball. It's going to go all the way towards the corner. Nick Castellanos rounding third. It's bobbled down in right field by Martini. Castellanos scores. Stott goes over to second. Now he goes over to third. And he gets on with an RBI triple to put the Phillies on top 1-0. He hit a rocket down the first base line. And Encarnacion Strand couldn't get to it, and Nick Castellanos was able to score. Wonder if they're just going to score that as an RBI double and then give an error to Martini out in right field, because as soon as it went all the way towards the right field corner, it took a weirder bounce than he expected it to, but he probably should have been able to barehand it anyways off the bounce off the wall. So Stott's over at third. Phillies up 1-0, and Johan Rojas, who's on a 6-game hitting streak, takes a strike on the outside corner. What's up, Big Perm? How you doing? Wheels doing like always, for sure, Breon. The ball is one strike, and the 0-1 delivery. It's popped up, hit over towards the right field side, and it goes into foul ground, and will find the seats. Hey, JJ, are you a Philly Captain fan? Yep, I've been watching Philly Captain stuff. I have a lot of respect for him. I really do. Does a good job. He really does. And he's a cool personality as well. You know, I look up to him that way. I'm feeling great. The Thunder are rolling, says Karam. What's up, man? Millions of blessings. Thank you, Esther. Thanks so much for tuning in. The 0-2 pitch. Another big pop-up. This time it's over towards the infield grass, over towards the first base side, and then Encarnacion Strand tries to make the catch, and he does so successfully. And there's the first out. So Casty got a single. Bryson Stott, I didn't see what the ruling was, if it was just an RBI double or how they called it. Let's see here. They said it was a triple. So Schwarber comes up, and the first pitch, that one is ripped out to left field. It'll stay in the yard. And tagging up from third and coming in to score is Stott, and he slides in there safely. It was caught out in left field by Spencer Steer. And Kyle Schwarber gets his third sacrifice fly in his last 4 games to put the Phillies up 2-0. Lightning strikes again for the Phils. You got a fastball down the middle, and Schwarber tried to take it the opposite way. Couldn't do so, though. The pitch to Trey Turner. Here it is. Hit out to left center field. It's going back towards the track. It hits off the warning track and bounces over the fence for a ground rule double. Lots of action here in this third inning for the Phillies. And Turner now over at second base. That's the third ground rule double over the last 2 games. And now Bryce Harper's coming up to bat. That pitch was a fastball right down the heart and soul of the plate. And Turner was just able to fling it out to left center field. And Bryce Harper is up to bat. All right, so Turner's over at second. First pitch to Bryce, here it comes. It's a curveball that looked a little bit outside, but Tosti calls it a strike. And Harper shakes his head. Man, this is a fast-paced game. Got to keep up with it. 39 pitches for Martinez. As he gets set just below the belt, does his little dance in the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Slider that was low at 84 miles per hour. It's a guy who has a cutter, has a four-seamer, a changeup, a sinker, a curveball, and a slider. Lots of pitches in that toolbox of his. The ball's 2 strikes, runner at second, the 0-2. Upstairs, check swing, though. Did he go? The third base umpire, Randazzo, says no, sir. Like button is smashed here by Snowman. Awesome. Good stuff, man. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryce Harper, and the 1-2 pitch, good block in the dirt. That was made by Luke Maley, who's protecting home plate today. So that makes the count at 2-2. Harper's 8 for 23 this season with runners in scoring position, has 2 homers and 12 runs batted in. Turner's over at second, the 2-2 delivery, fly ball hit out to right field. It's not coming back. It is a monstrous blast. Bryce Harper able to put up a 2-run home run as he comes back to Philadelphia off the paternity list. He absolutely crushed that fastball, and it's been all Phillies in the third. Oh, man. He took that thing for a ride and just hammered it out to deep right field. They said it went about 388 feet. I think it went further than that. 4-0 Phils. Here's Bohm, and he takes a slider at the knees for strike 1. So 4 runs allowed in this inning for Nick Martinez, including that 2-run bomb by Bryce Harper. The 0-1 to Bohm. Line drive into left field for a base hit. Gets past the diving stop of Candelario. It's going all the way towards the corner again. The third extra base hit in the row by the Phils. And Bohm continues to stay red hot. It's been a parade here at Great American Ballpark in just this third inning for the Fightins. And Bohm again gets another fastball right down the middle. It's just an extra base hit type of a day. And by the way, Phillies have had 3 runs scored with 2 outs today. Actually, sorry, no, 2 runs scored with 2 outs. Yep. All right, so we have a timeout on the mound, and JT's coming up to bat. It's 4-0. Martinez with 45 pitches. He had 26 just coming into this third inning, and has thrown 19 pitches in this inning alone. Everybody hits his Uncle Billy in Philly. I needed that, says Bryce. All right, here's JT, and the first pitch is a curveball at 80 miles per hour that's in the dirt for ball 1. Martinez shouldn't even be in there as a starter. I'm surprised that nobody's getting warmed up in the Reds bullpen. That's what shocks me right now. Bohm leads off over at second base. Phillies have had 3 extra base hits in a row. JT trying to join the party, and the 1-0 is up high and inside for ball 2. Not a lot of high speed on the fastball. I mean, he gives you 90 to... He throws 90 with the sinker, and yeah, like he'll give you 94, 95 on the four-seamer, but nothing too heavy with it. Goes with a cutter this time, and it's fouled back towards the screen. Oh, boy. What a day, man. 48 pitches for Martinez. Bohm leads off at second. Martinez tries to keep him in check. The 2-1 pitch. It's popped up and hooking foul, and that one goes out of play towards the third base side. Does anybody know what Bryce Harper's third baby, what the name of the third baby is? I don't think he's posted it. 2 balls, 2 strikes to JT, and the next pitch, line drive into right center field. That's going to go all the way towards the warning track, and making the catch is Will Benson. It looked like it was maybe going to split the gap, but with the way that they had it angled, the camera that is, it actually went out towards right center field, and Benson was just able to get into the frame and make the catch. So we go to the bottom of the third as the inning comes to an end. The Phillies get 4 runs, though, on an RBI triple by Bryson Stott, a sac fly by Kyle Schwarber, and a 2-run monstrous blast by Bryce Harper. And we go to the bottom of the third at GABP. Great American Ballpark. I just came up with that. What's up, FS Pod? How you doing, man? JJ and crew, what's going on, bro? How you doing? Thanks so much for stopping by. If you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live for a Phillies, a Sixers, or an Eagles game. Cheers. Let's take a sip of coffee. Beautiful. I enjoyed that. That was a much-needed sip of coffee. All right. Are our final score predictions changing now? Man, we need 6 more subs to get to 2,050. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. How many people we have on here? How many people we have tuning into today? Let's see. We got 44 people. We got a good crowd, man. 44 people, 32 likes. Just hit that thumbs up button, bro. That's all you got to do. All right. There's Bryce Harper. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Play-by-Play with JJ. Want to tune into the games and don't have access to a TV or a radio? Come on over to YouTube. It's free. And subscribe to Play-by-Play with JJ today. I just came up with that off the top of my head. What's the timestamp on that? 1:48 p.m. Eastern time. What's the timestamp? So we're in the third inning. Oh, man, what's the timestamp? I might actually save something like that. I won't save it, but I might record something like that. I kind of like that. I'm subbing, says the random kid. Nice. 43 minutes. Okay, I'll go to 43 minutes after this game is done. Make sure I save that. Or just listen back to it and re-record it. No balls, 1 strike. Zack Wheeler is back out there on the hill for Philadelphia. And the next pitch is inside for ball 1. Dreamer Candelario's up at the plate. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Wheeler has mowed down the first 6 hitters, and the 1-1 pitch is low. Splitter at 85. Thanks so much for subbing, man. In user says no baby name yet. Okay. I was like, I hope I didn't miss it. The 2-1 pitch was a little bit inside for ball 3. Espinal waits in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Up high for ball 4. Just missed. Not by much. And there's the first base runner of the day for the Cincinnati Reds as Candelario works a walk. So we mentioned this before. Zack Wheeler in his last outing against the Cincinnati Reds ended up going 6 innings, and he had 10 strikeouts, faced 25 batters, and just allowed 1 earned run. The pitch, line drive into right field past the diving stop of Stott for a base hit, and going over to third base is Candelario. The throw is cut off by Turner. That's going to put runners at the corners. Already, the Reds looking to threaten back. Yes, that's amazing. Love that bell. Thank you. You might be a little bit behind, but yes. That was a strike. Wow. Honestly, it was close. And to be fair, Tossi's been pretty consistent at the plate so far. So, Luke Maile is stepping into the box, batting on the right side. Has one long ball this season, 4 RBI. Tyler Stevenson has the afternoon off. Oh, on his way to third. First pitch is inside for ball 1. It was a sinker at 94 miles per hour. One ball, no strikes. 26 pitches for Zack Wheeler. Was cruising so far before coming into this inning, and now he's in a little bit of a jam here. The next pitch, that sails low and outside for ball 2. Phillies won the first game of this series by a score of 7-0. Then they lost 8-1 in game 2. And then last night they ended up not coming out on top, and they lost 7-4. 2-0 on the way in that one. This is for ball 3, so Wheeler is having a hard time finding the strike zone during this at-bat here. Top of the order will be coming up after this batter. 3 balls, no strikes. Wheeler gets set and delivers from the stretch and throws a fastball down the hatch for strike 1. Three balls, 1 strike. Glove set at the letters with the baseball in it, and the 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. That fastball was high, but Maile thought it looked good, and Zack Wheeler has a chance to stay in this at-bat here. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. So Candelario's at third, and Espinal is over at first. Payoff pitch coming up. Nobody out in the bottom of the third. Phillies got 4 runs in their top half of the third. What's going to happen here? The 3-2 on the way. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. How about that at bat by Zack Wheeler? He missed the strike zone for 3 pitches. Then he threw a fastball right down the middle. Decided to go upstairs with a fastball. Maile chased after it. And the last pitch was just a pitch that froze up Maile on the outside corner. And he went down looking. That was a huge out there. The pitch on the way is inside for ball 1. The Sixers are not showing up in your NBA scores. Yeah, you know why? Because when I do the Sixers game, I like to have the other scores up. That's why. That's why. But I probably should have put them up there. Throw back over to first is not in time. That's why they're not showing up, because I cover the Sixers. And when I have the other scores up, I have to, it's just redundant when I do it. But obviously when I'm doing a Phillies game, you don't know that. The 1-0 pitch, that's just inside for ball 2 to Will Benson. Benson struck out in his first at-bat. But I appreciate you pointing that out to me, seriously. Thank you for doing that. If you guys have any other pointers, please let me know. 2-0 pitch, curveball that swung on and missed. That was in the dirt. Benson chased after it. He did a half swing, but he certainly did go around. The pitch fouled back towards the screen, and the count is even at 2-2. Over his last 7 games, Benson is 3 for 25 with a run scored, a homer, 2 RBI, and 10 strikeouts. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and time is called by Benson. And he'll get his wish granted. Benson is actually hitting .220 at home this season. with 11 hits and 50 at-bats. And on the road, he's 5 for 29. 2-2 pitch, strike three called again at the knees. It went with a splitter at 85 on the gun, and Wheeler racks up his 4th strikeout of the afternoon. Back-to-back backwards Ks for Zack with a backwards K Wheeler. I thought maybe he was going to go with a fastball. And Benson, I think that he was looking for a fastball, too, that was a little bit low, but it was a splitter. And it was a guessing game for him. Here's De La Cruz. There is a high heater that he swings and misses at 95. He tried to launch that thing for the fences. And missed it by a long shot. Was late. Runners are at the corners, and now there's 2 outs. De La Cruz grounded out to second his first time up, and he takes the 0-1. It's another splitter on the outside corner for strike 2. So Wheeler allowed a leadoff walk, and then a single on the next pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. Wheeler gets set, and the 0-2 on the way. It's outside and low. Then after that, he was able to get Maley the strikeout looking, and Benson the strikeout looking as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the throw back to first, not in time. Talk about the power that De La Cruz has in this Reds lineup. 7 homers, 18 RBI, and 15 stolen bases with a .313 average. That's just ridiculous. The next pitch is chopped foul over towards the first base side. And the count still remains at 1-2. Two outs, runners at the corners, and the 1-2 pitch fouled off towards the third base side. De La Cruz became one of 3 Red shortstops last night with 3 hits and 3 stolen bases in the game. It was the first time that happened since Barry Larkin did it. It was on May 14th of 1995. And that was against the Atlanta Braves. The 1-2 pitch is down low for ball 2. The other guy to do it was Dave Concepcion. And that was back on May 6th of 1973 in Montreal. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Elly De La Cruz, who's batting on the left side of the plate, wearing his bright pink batting gloves as he calls for time once again. Candelario's over at third. And Espinal is at first base. Wheeler gets the signs from JT, and the 2-2 on the way. Just a hair outside. JT was trying to walk back the home plate to convince Tossie it was a strike, but he didn't cheat him right there. It was like, nice try. It said it was 68 degrees on the Game Time app. But NBC says it's 56 there. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch coming up. It's downstairs, and that's going to load the bases. De La Cruz goes over to first, and now going over to second is Espinal, and Candelario still 90 feet away. So Spencer Steer will come up, and the bases are loaded. The tying run is up to bat. Second walk allowed in this inning by Zack Wheeler. And Caleb Cotham wants to try to calm him down. Reds have had quite a share of great infielders. Absolutely. They absolutely have. All right. De La Cruz, can't believe he's only 22 years old. It's just absolutely insane what he's been able to do as just a 22-year-old switch hitter. In this series, before today, He was actually 4 for 11, but 4 for his last 8. He had an opposite field home run in the second game of this series when he was batting on the left side of the plate, and he hit it out to left field. And almost did it in his next at-bat from the right side of the plate. He almost had an opposite field home run out to right field, but it was a foul ball. Everybody goes back to their spots. Gotham wanted to talk things over with Wheeler, and Steer, who's up at the dish, is up to bat. First pitch is downstairs, and it's a 1-0 count. Well, Wheeler was able to get 2 big strikeouts, but he needs to get 1 more out. He's had a lot of traffic on the bases. How's he going to deal with this adversity? The 1-0 pitch down low and way outside. And then it's a 2-0 count. I can't seem to remember when the last time Zack Wheeler actually walked 2 batters in an inning, in the same inning. Doesn't really happen too often for him nowadays. 2-0 pitch, grounded foul over towards the third base side. And it's a 2-1 count. Wheeler has gone to his four-seamer about 35% of the time today. Has used the sweeper not too often, but the sinker and the splitter, he's combined to use both of those pitches 39% compared to the other pitches. 2-1 offering, chopped foul again. It was a 2-0 count, and the count is now even. For all the Reds fans that are out there, I do want to ask you, what was your favorite moment as a Cincinnati Reds fan? Again, we welcome all the audiences on here. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch. That's fouled off. I probably should have just waited till the end of the inning and done that during the break. You think I know better by now. 49 pitches for Wheeler. Got to keep an eye on that pitch count. He's doing really well before this inning. The 2-2 on the way. Low and outside, and the count is full. All time? Yeah. Yeah, what's your all-time favorite Reds moment? Three balls, 2 strikes. Wheeler gets set at the letters. Big payoff pitch coming up. Here it is. Fouled back. That fastball was right down the heart and soul of the plate, and Steer just made contact with it and stays alive. The payoff pitch by Wheeler. Line drive into left field for a foul ball. It is a foul ball. Yep. Barely. John says that his favorite moment was sweeping the Yanks and sweeping the A's in the World Series. That has to be a good one. That has to be a good one. When Joey Votto won the MVP, that's another good one, random kid. Is Joey Votto a Hall of Famer? 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. Bottom of the third. 2 outs. The 3-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. It's going back towards the track, and Castellanos makes the catch. He got it just at the warning track. And, well, he hears it from his former ball club fans as he goes back to the dugout. So, Nick Castellanos able to end the inning. Bases left loaded for the Reds, and we go to the top of the 4th. Phillies lead it 4-0. That's insane. Thought maybe it had a chance of going out of here. Random Kid says, yes, Joey Votto is a Hall of Famer. No questions asked. No questions. I don't know what I said before, because I was on the record saying something about it, but I do think he is a Hall of Famer. I do. Those are the plays that make Castellanos famous. Yep. I mean, he's not a guy that has a lot of speed out in right field, but he puts in the effort, man. He really does. Just able to catch it at the warning track. Just slammed into the wall. That was nice. Nice catch, Nick. Nice to see you here, David. Now, if he can stop swinging out of the strike zone. I agree. Thanks for stopping by, my guy. Bro, we left the bases loaded. Oh, my. And honestly, Spencer Steer had a chance, man. He had a chance because there was a hit that he hit out to left field that was just foul, and I had to make sure that it was foul because Marsh was running pretty hard. So, had to just double check. All right, let's we'll change this NBA scores thing. We'll do that right now. Well, in case you are just joining us, the Phillies were able to put up 4 runs in the top of the third thanks to an RBI triple by Bryson Stott, a sac fly by Kyle Schwarber, and a 2-run home run by Bryce Harper. And the Reds left the bases loaded in the bottom of the third. And now the Phillies are in the top of the fourth. Marsh, Castellanos, and Stott all due up. And Marsh will take the first pitch on the outside corner for strike one. He flied out in the second inning. Nick Martinez still out there on the hill. The ball's 1 strike. The pitch. Low and out. Low and inside, I should say, for ball 1. All right, so let's get this up. Let's make sure that we do that now. We will definitely update that scoreboard. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Or a little ticker, I should say. NBA scores. Score spot. That was a pretty nice catch by Castellanos. It was. I have to give him credit for that. 1-2 to Marsh. Martinez gets set, winds up and delivers. That's slapped over towards the shortstop on the ground, and the flip over to first is just in time. Marsh actually hustled and ran a lot faster than I thought. But De La Cruz able to just get him out. There's one away. Phillies were able to send 8 men up to the plate in the last inning. And it was all started by this guy who had an opposite field single to right field and started the rally. First pitch to Casti. He takes a changeup on the inside corner for strike 1. So Marsh grounded out to short. Martinez with 55 pitches threw a lot in the last inning. The 0-1 on the way. Ground ball, backhanded diving stop by Elly De La Cruz. Flip over to first. What a play. I mean, he just makes a routine ground ball. Or just, it's not really a routine ground ball, but that was, any sort of a ground ball looks so easy too. Even defensively. Just made a nice sliding stop and threw it over to first. It took a bounce over to Encarnacion. And Martinez pumps his fist. 2 up, 2 down. So back-to-back groundouts to short by Marsh and Casti. And Stott will get a crack at it, and he looks at a cutter that looked a little bit high, but Tossi calls it a strike. Stott had an RBI triple back in the third and was able to score a run. The pitch on the way, fouled off, and Stott went down to one knee, and he has to take a quick step out of the box. He left his bat right behind the left side of the batter's box. It fouled him right off the foot. I don't know how you deal with that. That's got to be so hard. The trainer is going out there to just check and make sure that he's okay with a little towel, and Thompson is like, "How you feeling?" Trying to put pressure on that toe. Rojas, actually, who was in the on-deck circle, went to go get his bat and handed it back over to him. Stott is standing, and he moved just a little bit. But Thompson and the trainer are having a conversation with him just to make sure he's okay, because that is not comfortable. Actually hit him just above the foot, really, in the calf area. So Stott will stay in. And he'll go back in towards the box as Thompson and the trainer, the Phillies trainer, that is, go back to the dugout. No balls, 2 strikes. Base is empty in the top of the 4th inning. Phillies up 4-zip at Great American Ballpark. 2 outs and 2 strikes to Stott, and the 0-2 on the way. Line drive into left center field. Benson trying to track it down towards the alleyway, and he does. And he'll catch it for the 3rd and final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies. We play on and go to the bottom of the 4th. Phillies up 4-0 against the Reds. Be right back. All right, we are back. If in case you are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button as well. Let's get to 50. Let's get to 50 likes, man. Let's work our way up to 50 if we have not done so already. I think that we're. I have to double check. Give me 1 second. Let's see where we're at. We're at 36. Is that correct? Or do I have to correct myself? We're at 40. All right, cool. 10 more until we get to 50 and 5 more subs till we get to 2,050. We were back on the bump. And Encarnacion Strand, who's batting on the right side, stares at a 93-mile-per-hour four-seamer at the knees. He lined out in the 2nd. That was in his first at-bat. We were not wasting any time and throws the 0-1 sweeper that misses wide. Of course, I'll never forget, Graziano says, of course, I'll never forget Rose racing for those records and getting them. How can you not forget that? The 1-1 pitch, low and away. Esther says, as for me, the Phillies are always the best. They never give up. That's why they're called the Fightins, man. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. The pitch was inside and a little bit high, but the count is even at 2-2. 1990 World Series is something that Danny will never forget being a Reds fan. Nice. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the next pitch is fouled off the mask of JT. Boy, that's got to hurt. Just bounced right off of his mask. He shakes it off, says that he's okay. Just came back. Remember, he had the day off yesterday. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Christian Encarnacion Strand. That World Series that you're talking about. That was, it's one, of course, that they were able to beat the Oakland A's. Billy Hatcher, of course, had 7 consecutive hits in that World Series. 2-2 on the way. Way outside for ball 3. I didn't realize this. I didn't put this into perspective, but that was the 2nd time that both the A's and the Reds met each other in the World Series. The 3-2 on the way. On the outside corner, called strike 3. Just framed it perfectly. And we were with a picture-perfect pitch able to strike out the first batter in the inning. And then Encarnacion Strand goes down looking. Boys didn't do Wheeler any favors by going 3 up, 3 down. Well, but the Castellanos did him a favor. Let's put it that way. Made a really nice catch out in right field. The ball is 1 strike to Martini, and he takes it down low. Grounded out in his first at-bat. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wheeler gets set, kicks, fires, and goes with a cutter up the ladder. That one misses. Two balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch is fouled back towards the screen. That was the 2nd consecutive World Series to end in a sweep. And that's correct because the Giants were able to do it in 1989. Well, actually, sorry, the Athletics did it to the Giants in 1989. Let me rephrase that. That was the Bay Area World Series. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Wheeler kicks, steals the pitch. Grounder hit over to second base, backhanded stop by Stott as he throws on the run over to first. And there is the next out. That's out number 2. Imagine you sweep a team in the World Series. You make it back to the World Series the year after that, and then you get swept. You're the team that gets swept. That's wild. Jonathan India takes a strike on the outside corner at the knees. And Wheeler throws the next pitch, and it's low and away. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Wheeler with 68 pitches. India's 0 for 1. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-1 delivery right down the hatch for strike 2 at 94 miles per hour. Lots of gas thrown by Zack Wheeler that time. Wheeler winds up, kicks, steals, and it misses away for ball 2. Jeimer Candelario awaits in the on-deck circle. The 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Then we go to the top of the top of the 5th inning as Zack Wheeler gets another 1-2-3 inning to end the 4th. India strikes out. The side is retired, and we go to the top of the 5th. Phillies up 4-0. Be right back. In case you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. My name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ, where we cover the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. And we do play-by-play for all of their games, or as many as possible. Yohan Rojas is up to bat, and he swings and misses at an off-speed pitch. And he's behind in the count, 0-1. Calls for time really quickly. The Sixers, shout out to Phillies Sixers Galaxy. They do a great job at covering the Sixers and really giving you a lot of good insight about the team. The ball is 1 strike, and the 0-1 to Rojas is low and outside for a ball. They said that the Sixers, quote, did not file an official protest with the NBA regarding the officiating in Game 2. The 1-1 pitch. There's a bouncer hit over towards the first base side, and it just rolls foul. Martinez tried to just let it roll foul over towards that right side, and Rojas was going to beat it out. So Martinez was doing that little trick, just watching it go by about 45 degrees or 45 feet away from first base. One source close to the situation talked on Thursday and said that the Sixers have indeed expressed their concerns to the league about the officiating, but Sixers Galaxy said, but I'm told that there's no official protest filing before the deadline of midnight on game night, which is interesting. 1-2 strikes, and the next pitch, grounder hit over to second base pretty sharply, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time by Espinal. Time is at 2:22. Kyle Schwarber will step up to bat for the Titans. They put up 4 runs in the 3rd inning and had 4 extra base hits. Schwarber takes the first pitch inside at 93. I wanted to ask you guys something and just wanted to get your opinion. The 1-0 pitch is up. It was actually way up high and outside, but it's called a strike. Wasn't really far outside, but that was really high. And Tossie says it was a strike. So it's a 1-1 count. The pitch to Schwarber downstairs for a curveball at 81. And the count is 2-1. So, do we like the universal DH? What are our thoughts about it? I brought this up before, but we obviously have a new audience a lot. So, what are your thoughts about the universal DH? 2-1 pitch, popped way up there in between third and home plate, and Maile tracks it down. He had to take the mask off, and he made the catch as he was battling the sun as well. And there's 2 outs. So Kyle's now 0 for 2 as he pops out. But yeah, how are we feeling about the universal DH? How are we feeling about that? Comment your thoughts about it down below. Do we like it or not? It's Trey Turner and the pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit. And Trey Turner, man, he's now 3 for 3 today. He's singled in the first, had a ground rule double in the third, and just singles here with 2 outs. And Bryce Harper's coming up to bat. So it's 4-0 Phillies. And again, Trey Turner just continues to be absolutely hot. Here's Bryce Harper, who's coming up to bat. Harper steps into the box, and the first pitch he sees is taken up high for ball 1. With the cutter at 88 miles per hour. Well, Harper did not miss a beat on the pitch that he got the last time and showed off his, according to John Clark, his dad power. Put that in quotation marks. Throw back over to first is not in time. But yeah, I'll get to your answers about the universal DH in just a few moments. But I wanted to make sure that I asked that question because I think that it provides an interesting controversy. And I see both sides of the argument. 1-0 pitch. That's down low for ball 2. Harper's 1 for 2. Breon says, I'm cool with the rule change. It would be nice to see Wheeler go yard like Joe Blanton did. I like that. Or Bartolo Colon. Or Zach Greinke. Or, I like it. All right. What's up, RG? How you doing, man? What's up, JJ? Glad to see that you're back. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. 2 balls, no strikes to Bryce Harper. RG puts it into perspective and says, well, we wouldn't have made the playoffs in 2022, so I'm cool with the universal DH. I think pitchers shouldn't hit. Well, it gives more jobs, right? Like, it technically allows for more jobs for hitters. 2-0 pitch, and that's fouled right off of the back knee by Bryce. Oh, man, he's sitting down and just hit him right on the left kneecap. Yikes. Ugh, he shakes it off. Can't tell if the trainer's going out there to check on him, but that hit him square on the kneecap. It was really his right kneecap, but our left. Steps out of the box for a quick second as he calls for time, wearing his white batting gloves, and will step back in on the left side of the box. He also has his green shin guard. It's a Fanatic green shin guard with the little red top to it. Martinez gets set at the belt. Looks back over at first, and the pitch from the stretch is downstairs. So in-user says that he likes it, especially if it keeps old hitters in the game. And that's one way to look at it. Because I agree with that. I agree with that argument. 3 balls, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. And the pitch to Bryce. Ground ball hit over to shortstop, bobbled by De La Cruz, and everybody's going to be safe. He tried to backhand it and then just bobbled it. And Turner was diving into second base without a throw. I think that they're just going to rule it as an infield single because it was hit really sharply. And De La Cruz, it would have been a very tough play for him. It was smoked. They're showing a replay of the foul ball that Bryce hit off of his right knee. But, I don't know, it would have been a tough play. Curious to see how they rule that. So they rule it for now as an infield single. And that sets the table up for Alec Bohm. So let's see what he can do here. First pitch to Bohm. He takes it inside and low for a ball. Again, David Bell doesn't have anybody loosening up in the bullpen yet. It's just something to wonder. Danny says that he likes it. Why do you like it? 1-0 pitch, and that's a called strike. That's been that type of a day for Alex Tossi. And that ties up the count at 1 apiece. Martinez looks back at second, now back to the plate, and fires a strike at the knees at 91 miles per hour. And Bohm has some words with him, with Tossi. The count's 1-2. Bohm is 7 for 13 with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position, and is looking to come through again here. Will he do so? The 1-2 pitch, it's in the dirt for ball 2. Good stop by Maley as it got away just a little bit in front of him. So we're back to an even count. Hello from Megan. RG says Ryan Howard would have lasted longer if we had a universal DH. Same with a lot of guys. He would have lasted longer if there was no shift. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Alec Bohm ends the inning. So he strikes out. Phillies had something going with 2 outs. Back-to-back singles by Turner and Harper. But the inning is over, and the Phillies still up 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Yeah, I agree, but I think that Howard would have done really well without the shift. Like, the shift, in my opinion, and I started watching baseball in '06, the shift was created for guys like Ryan Howard, for guys like Adam Dunn, for guys like Kyle Schwarber. Those types of hitters. That's what the shift was for. And the way that I look at both of these things, like the banning of the shift and the banning of the non-universal, it's not really a ban, but integrating the universal DH, is that you're creating strategy in some ways, but you're also getting rid of a lot of strategy too. Now, maybe it is a blessing in disguise because in today's game we have pitch counts that we're taking into account. And if somebody's at 85 pitches or whatever, maybe you put in a pinch hitter anyways if the 9 spot is up, because usually the pitchers would bat in the 9 spot. Usually that's how it was done, unless you were like Tony La Russa and you decided to put them in the 8 spot. And, some of them deserve to be there for sure. But I'm just saying that maybe it wouldn't have impacted that way or that type of scenario. But I always liked it in the World Series when you would have a team that would come home to the National League Park and you would have to think about what strategy you want to implement with who you have at who comes off the bench and who pinch hits when. Like that is the strategy that I kind of do miss. Are there more strategies implemented now? There's different strategies. I wouldn't say that there's more, but the bunt has become less of an art than it used to be. And I like the bunt. I don't know. I look at it both ways now. Yeah, you are lasting other people's careers longer because they don't have to play the field. Look at Kyle Schwarber. This is a perfect spot for Kyle Schwarber. Perfect spot for him. Jimmer Candelario will step up to the box, and he takes a fastball on the outside edge of the plate for strike 1. That's how I feel. Wheeler gets set and delivers and throws a curveball at 81 for strike 2 at the knees. Who's winning? Well, the Phillies are winning. They're up 4-0. Uncle Billy said that he hated the shifts. Strategy, though. The 0-2 on the way was a curveball that's in the dirt. I didn't like it either, but I didn't like when my team would ground into the shift, but it was a strategy. But also it increases more offense, and I get that, and that's more fun to watch. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Zack Wheeler with his 7th strikeout of the afternoon. And he's able to get the first out of the inning. Candelario definitely got fooled. Could not catch up to the curveball. And just another nice pitch there. Here's Espinal's batting on the right side. And the first pitch is low. It was a sweeper at 85. Ryan Howard, RG says, would have hit 50 bombs a year in today's game. Yes and no. The pitch on the way. That's on the inside corner for strike 1. Howard has such a long swing, man. He really did. My dad was always right. He could never shorten it. And as great of a ball player as he was, I still think he would have lasted a little bit longer if it weren't for that. And obviously the Achilles injury sucked. The pitch popped up, hit over towards the first base side, and Harper doesn't even have to flinch. And he'll make the catch. Catches the can of corn, and there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. So somebody actually asked me the other day, what's the history about the can of corn? And, like, why is that a saying, like an old-time saying in baseball? And I found something interesting about that. Luke Maile is up to bat, and the first pitch is fouled off. I'll read you the story during the during the inning break. That's another reason why I like doing these things the way that I do it, because I can talk to you more. The pitch on the way. It's at the knees for strike 2. RG says the art of pinch hitting is gone now, too. I agree. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Zack Wheeler gets another strikeout as he mows down the order. And another 1-2-3 inning as we go to the top of the 6th. All right, so Mailey strikes out. Espinal, what did Espinal just do? Why am I blanking out? Espinal popped out. Okay, popped out to first. That's right. All right, so the can of corn. That's what it is. How did that come about? All right. So according to MLB.com, it says it like this. A can of corn, the definition is a routine fly ball hit to an outfielder. Now, I usually say that it's yes, like that can be like a routine that fly ball, but I think about it as if it's like a routine pop-up or a routine fly ball to anybody. Not even just a fly ball, but just a pop-up too. But the origin of it, according to MLB.com, is it goes back to the 19th century clerks at grocery stores and general stores. They were looking for an easier way to try to reach canned goods on high shelves. And they used these long hook sticks to pull them down. And after dropping the cans towards them, they would catch them right into their aprons, just like a fly ball. And that's like what the analogy was. But it wasn't even just used for that. Somebody also brought up the other day, it was that there was another thing. There's another story to it as well. But it's sort of like a lazy fly ball or a pop-up that's hit to somebody that's a routine type of a play. Hope that makes sense. I just poured balsamic vinegar on a tuna sandwich. Nice. E-Dog. What's up, E-Dog? I have a friend named E-Dog. Howard's my favorite Philly of all time, too, man. I agree. I get that. He's my favorite Philly because I grew up watching him. Here's JT at the plate, and he takes a ball that's up high and inside for ball one. Martinez gets set, kicks, delivers the pitch. Line drive into center field. It's going to drop in for a hit. Takes about 3 bounces in front of Benson. And JT is able to get aboard with a leadoff single. Hey, I have a friend named E-Dog. What's up, E-Dog? If you guys don't mind me asking, like, for all the Cincinnati fans that are out there, where are you tuning in from? Are you guys from Cincinnati? Are you from Ohio? Are you from that area? Let me know, because I'm just curious. Brandon Marsh is up to bat. He's 0 for 2. He flied out and grounded out. So he scored all 4 of their runs in the third. The pitch at the knees for strike one. Cambria, California. Cambria, California. Nice. That's cool. The pitch to Marsh. It's outside. Runner goes. The throw over the second base is in time to get JT. And to be honest, they tagged him right on the helmet. I think Rob Thompson's going to want to challenge this. I really do. Because it looked like that Phil Cuzzy didn't have the best view, in my opinion. Let's see again. Let me look at this once more. He's in there. I think he's in there. This is close, man. This is close. They said that JT is out, so they're not going to review it, huh? I thought it was close. 1-1 pitch, line drive into left field for a base hit by Brandon Marsh, and he gets on with a single. Personally, I thought it was close, and this is honestly where having a color commentator is a good thing, you know, or somebody else that saw it. Because we can go back and forth on these things. So JT gets caught stealing. I thought he was in there. I thought it was closer than what it was. Throw back to first to try to get Marsh's not in time. So that stinks because Realmuto would have been over at second. And there would be nobody out. the tag that was made by Jonathan India, or Elly De La Cruz, I should say, was just on the helmet. The pitch to Casti, fly ball, hit out towards shallow right field, and making the catch is Nick Martini, who had to run in a long ways to get to it, and he did. And there's 2 away. Right by the Beach Boy. That's awesome. Central West Virginia is where you're tuning in from. Cool. Nice. Right by the Beach Boy. Nice. And RG, I will get to your question. I will do that. Once this inning is over, throw back over to first, not in time. Look at Brandon Marsh. I still can't believe that JT was out. Stott had an RBI triple in the third and also scored a run. He's 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch is outside, throw over the second base. That's wide, and it almost got by the second baseman. De La Cruz had to try to cover the bag. Marsh was able to swipe second. It was a bad throw by Luke Maley, and thank goodness that Santiago Espinal was there to back up Elly De La Cruz, because that was not even close to second base. Way too far out to his left side. 2 outs, and Marsh in scoring position now. I do like it how teams are actually starting to run more with these new rules in play. The 1-0 delivery, change up on the upper third of the zone for strike 1. Sam Mole getting loosened up in the Reds bullpen. Martinez with 86 pitches. He surrendered the 4 runs in the third inning. One of them to this guy at the plate, Bryson Stott. The 1-1 on the way upstairs. Two balls, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. Martinez gets set just below the belt, looks back at second, now back to the plate, and the pitch. Line drive into right field for a base hit, just got past the second baseman, and rounding third and coming in to score is Marsh. It's an RBI single by Bryson Stott. His second RBI base hit on the afternoon, and the Phillies take the 5-0 lead. Barely that thing just got by Espinal. Tried to make the catch, but he was just maybe a millisecond too late, because Marsh or Stott really ripped that thing. Here's Rojas as he sends that one out in the air towards left field. Getting under it is Steer. He tracks it down just shy of the track, and the inning is over as he catches it and squeezes it for out number 3. But the Phillies get another run on an RBI single by Bryson Stott, and they lead at 5-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Good, he's getting hits, man. That's awesome. All right. In case you are new to the channel, if you are tuning in on Facebook or on any other social media platform, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 2,050 subscribers here on YouTube, and get to 100 likes here on YouTube as well. Hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. All right, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I call Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, please feel free to do so by hitting that Super Chat button down below if you are on YouTube. I got to remember to get PayPal and Venmo back up. I will definitely do that sometime soon when I do have the time. But if you are tuning in on Facebook or on any other social media platforms like X or Twitch, you can definitely hit the subscribe button or follow me on there. Follow me on all the social media platforms. You can also check out my LINKTREE, which is in the description down below. And you should be able to find my social media platforms that way as well. We're trying to get more active on Discord and on all the other social media sites because I want us to take over, man. I really do. I want us to go worldwide, and I want us to continue to do what we do on here, you know? So, going back, though, to RG's question. JJ, since we're asking questions, or since you're asking the questions, Do you like the pitch clock? Here's what I want to say. The pitch clock. I do like the pitch clock from a fan perspective. I do. It's a long answer. I'll try to make it short. We're in the bottom of the sixth. Will Benson is up to bat. Zack Wheeler back on the hill, and the first pitch in this at-bat is up high. It was a cutter at 90. So Benson's 0 for 2. We're in the bottom of the sixth. Phillies lead at 5-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Wheeler kicks, delivers, and there's a swing and a miss on a curveball, not even close to the zone. It was low, and it's a 1-1 count. Anyhow, so I like it from a fan perspective. It speeds up the game. I did not work with the pitch clock, but I had friends that did when I was working with the Blue Rocks that did do that. That was the one thing I wish I did. The 1-1 is inside for ball 2. So Benson today is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And the 2-1 pitch by Wheeler, swing and a miss. But yeah, I like it from a fan perspective. From a pitcher perspective, I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about it from a pitcher's perspective. 2-2 on the way, that's inside for ball 3. Yes, that these pitchers are throwing faster, and yet there's a lot of more action. 3-2 on the way, fouled back. But I do wonder, and there's no science out there just yet, and we have to wait for it in the years to come. I do wonder if the reason why pitchers are getting more injured nowadays, if that factors into it. 3-2 on the way, that's inside for ball 4, and Benson draws a leadoff walk. And I say that because when you just think about it logically, if you're throwing 95, 96 miles per hour, and you're just, you're waiting like 7 or 8 seconds, like in between pitches, and you're just firing and firing and firing, the repetition in just that amount of time, you don't really get a chance to breathe unless time is called. Now, it's not that rapid, but there are some longer breaks. But I'm just saying that I wonder if that does factor into it, just from a logical perspective. Here's Elly De La Cruz batting on the left side, and he takes the first pitch for ball 1 downstairs. Elly's 0 for 1 today. This is probably going to be his last inning, you would imagine. 89 pitches he's at already. Gets set at the letters and delivers from the stretch. And it's off the plate. But what say you, man? Play-by-play with JJ. How's everyone doing on the live stream today? Thanks so much for stopping by, man. Smash that like button on your way into the live stream broadcast as I did. Love that. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Shout out to Charles, man. That's right. Vegas boys are killing it today. Yep. It's going back to the RBI single by Stott. 2-1 pitch, ground ball, hit over to second base. This should be 2. The flip over the second. There's 1. The throw back to first. Just got De La Cruz. A 4-6-3 double play. And that's the first double play of the ball game. And the Phillies were able to turn 2. And there's 2 outs, nobody on. Good pitch thrown, too, by Zack Wheeler. De La Cruz just got on top of the pitch, and they fielded him perfectly. Bobby Dickerson, the Phillies infield coach, had them aligned just perfectly on the infield. That's how you get 2 outs. 93 pitches, 2 gone. And the first pitch to Steer is taken for a strike. Wheeler not wasting any time. Lines up and delivers. And check swing, did he go? Dan Bellino says, no, he did not. And it's a 1-1 count. Stotty wakes up, we're winning the division. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss on a sinker that was downstairs. The count is 1-2. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? I like it, man. Good game so far, says Denbrew. What's up, Junaid? Is that how you say it? Junaid Ahmed? Where's the pitcher's score? Can't put everything up here, man. 1-2 on the way. Fouled back towards the screen. So Wheeler has thrown 96 pitches, and this is probably his last inning of work. He's pitched 5 2/3 really shutout innings. Got into a bases-loaded jam in the bottom of the third, but Steer was up at the plate, flat out to right field on a nice catch by Castellanos with the bases loaded to end the inning. The 1-2 on the way, and that's low and outside for ball 2. No, the pitch clock threw Nola off in that last year. That's all another discussion. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Wheeler gets set and delivers, and it's fouled back again towards the screen. Denver says, I think that the combination of throwing hard and lack of rest in between pitches is rough on pitchers. Well, I mean, yeah, like you would think about it just from a logical perspective. That's what I'm saying. And they don't really have enough data right now to show that. But just from an eye test and a logical approach, it has to be. 2-2 on the way. Outside for ball 3. And Wheeler has one more pitch till he gets to 100. It's this pitch coming up here. Payoff pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the next one is low. And that's Wheeler's 4th walk, or 3rd walk that he has allowed today. Nope, that is the 4th walk. Ryan Kerkering getting warmed up now in the bullpen for the Philadelphia Phillies. And Encarnacion Strand will look at the first pitch, and it was honestly at the knees, but it's called a ball by Alex Tossi. 5 groundouts for Zack Wheeler, 3 flyouts, and 8 strikeouts. The pitch, foul ball. Watched a video of Trevor May talking about it, about the pitch clock and what his thoughts were. That's cool. What did he say? Christian Encarnacion Strand is at the dish for the Reds. The pitch popped up over towards the first base side. Harper's on the infield grass, says that he has it, and he makes the catch. The sunglasses weren't on. They were on top of his baseball cap, but no harm, no done. Zack Wheeler was 6 strong innings, threw a 1-hitter, and was absolutely magnificent as we go to the top of the 7th. Phillies up 5-0 at Great American Ballpark. It's the torque on your arm. Your throw changes, you throw change-ups, breaking balls, and the straight-out heat. It's a lot on your elbow. That's the other thing, too, is that, we don't, our pitchers aren't really throwing, what types of pitches are sort of obsolete now? Knuckleballs, what's the other one somebody brought up the other day? An ephus. They're not throwing those types of pitches. We're throwing 100-mile-per-hour fastballs. And we're seeing guys throw 97-mile-per-hour cutters and sliders that are just so fast. And spin rate has obviously changed that too, So you definitely bring up the discussion of just the mechanics and how these guys are being trained from a young age. You bring that stuff up as well. And that could be something else that's impacting negatively impacting a lot of these pitchers at the big league level. It's something else to think about. If we didn't have a deep team, I'd love to tackle the De La Cruz experiment. Kevin Long would do wonders with him, I feel. He's a great ball player already, man. Oh, you're not talking about Elly De La Cruz. You're talking about our De La Cruz in the farm system. Yeah, Brian De La Cruz, right? Yep. I know who you're talking about. That was funny. Not Brian De La Cruz. Oh my gosh. Carlos De La Cruz. Brian De La Cruz. He's another former ball player. All right, here's Kyle Schwarber, who comes up to bat, and he swings and misses at a sweeper that was way outside and low. Luke Mole is pitching for Nick Martinez. As his day is done, Martinez went 6 innings, allowed 11 hits, and only had 3 strikeouts. 5 earned runs, no walks, though. The 0-1 on the way, swing and a miss again. Mole's only pitched 1 time this season, and he ended up striking out 2 batters to get 2 of the 3 outs. The ball is 2 strikes. That was against the Phillies on Tuesday. The 0-2 delivery. Good eye by Schwarber. Just taken outside. It has gone up recently. Carlos is tall. The 1-2 pitch to Schwarber. There's a little cue shot it over towards the third base side, and it just rolls foul. That's the second time today where a pitcher and even a catcher had to just stare at a pitch or stare at a hit that barely went foul over towards the left side of the third base line. Carlos, yeah, you're absolutely right. He's 24 years old. I know that he's been struggling so far, but he does have 5 RBI in 40 games, and is just hitting 175, but he can rip the cover off of a baseball. He certainly can. Had 17 homers in 2022 and 24 last season. The 1-2 on the way to Schwarber. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Man, Schwarber has gone down looking 2 times today. It's like as soon as he sees the pitch, like he just knows it's strike 3. Didn't even take a hack at it. Nothing. 1 away in the top of the 7th. Trey Turner up to bat. Mole gets set at the belt, kicks, fires, and it's a sinker that's way outside for ball 1. Turner's 3 for 3 with 2 singles, a double, and a run scored. 1 out, base is empty, and the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss to even the count now at 1-1. One out, and the 1-1 delivery is at the knees for strike 2. Turner, who is 30 years old, has had a really good season, unlike last season during this time. He started off April so slow and was pretty cold all the way until August. But he's been red hot here as he fouls off the next pitch. Over his last 15 games, he has 23 hits and 61 at-bats and has scored 15 runs. Just a total of 2 homers, but he's gotten a lot of extra base hits. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mole takes a quick breath, and the 1-2 up high for ball 2. When my middle guy played in Little League and AAU, says Mike Green, I never allowed him to throw a curveball or what they call a breaking ball. Or now they call it a sweeper. Yep. The 2-2 on the way to Turner. Fly ball hit out over towards deep center field. It'll stay in the yard, though. Benson back pedals, gets under it, and he catches it for the second out of the inning. Honestly, you got to be careful. There's no doubt about it. You really have to be careful. Bryce Harper comes up to bat. Bryce is 2 for 3 with a 2-run home run, which was back in the third inning. Phillies were able to rally for 4 runs. And the first pitch to Bryce is at the knees for strike 1 at 92 on the radar gun. I don't know. You tell me, my guy. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch, another sweeper at 81 miles per hour that swung on and missed for strike 2. Harper's on a 7-game hitting streak. Was able to extend that back in the third inning with the 2-run blast. No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 pitch way outside. Sitting .300 lifetime against the Reds in 51 games. The 1-2 way up high for ball 2. The count is even at 2-2. There's 14 homers against the Reds during that time, along with 57 hits, and that's just coming into today. They reinstated Cody Clemens. He was optioned to Lehigh Valley today, just so that Bryce could come back. The 2-2 on the way. Fouled back. Two balls, 2 strikes. And BH3 at the dish. Mole on the hill, the 2-2, low. And the count is now full. Lifetime against Mole, he is just 0 for 2 and has struck out both times. Harper does call for time as he looks to try to solve Mole for the first time in his career. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch outside for ball 4. And finally, Bryce gets on and is able to solve Mole like a Rubik's Cube. So a 2-out walk, and that's the 3rd plate appearance in a row that Bryce Harper has been able to successfully reach base. How many strikeouts for Zack? So Zack Wheeler's day is done. He went 6 innings. He had 8 strikeouts, just allowed 1 hit. No runs, 4 walks. Pitched really well. And again, yeah, you got some help on the defensive side from Nick Castellanos, but even still, when he needed to be on the money, he was. Absolutely was. Here's Alec Bohm, who takes a 4-seamer way inside. Harper leads off over at first. Alec doubled in the 3rd. Also struck out to end the inning in the 5th and fouled out to first. The 1-1 pitch, swinging a fly ball, hit out over towards left field, and making the catch is steered just at the warning track, and that's that. Alec Bohm just missed one. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch at Great American Ballpark. Phillies up 5-0. All right, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button if you are tuning in on Facebook, on X, on Twitch, or any other social media platform that we are on. Make sure that you tune in and hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, and come on over to YouTube if you can. Just type in play-by-play with JJ. We're live for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. We do all of their games. That's what we do. Tonight's going to be a tough night because we got the NFL draft, and we're going to unfortunately miss that. We got the night 1 of that, but we'll be on. I think I'm going to go on tomorrow for round 2, and we'll have like a little watch party because there's a lot that can happen in round 2. There's a lot that could happen tonight, but yeah, long story short, we do play-by-play for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. And you're not going to want to miss our Sixers content because we do such an awesome job. We have a lot of fun. We play the song, and we just have a really, really good time. You know what I mean? Like, we just kick back and relax, and, well, I don't really get to kick back and relax, but long story short, we have a lot of fun. All right, I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. If you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Okay. All right, so I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. All right, and JJ, what is our Phillies trivia question of the day? It's a very, very good one. Okay. All right. So here's what I want to know. Where is it? I thought I had it up. I guess not. All right. We'll ask this one. We'll do this one. First pitch, and that's down low for ball one. Ryan Kerkering is out there to pitch for the Phillies. To be continued with the trivia question. 3 innings in 3 games this season, is not allowed a run just yet. And the 1-0 is way outside for ball 2. To Nick Martini. So 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Cincinnati Reds in this inning. 2 balls, no strikes, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. Good pitch thrown by Ryan Kerkering. He went with a 4-seamer at 96 miles per hour. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Kerkering throws a 97-mile-per-hour fastball on the outside edge for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch, strike 3 called on the inside corner at the knees, and Kerkering gets the first strikeout. So, all right. So my trivia question I want to ask you is, how many regular season home runs did the Phillies hit in 2022? How many? Jonathan India up to bat. And he looks at a 4-seamer at 98 miles per hour outside for ball 1. How many regular season home runs did the Phillies have in 2022? 1-0 pitch is low for ball 2. India's 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to short and also struck out as well. The pitch on the upper third of the zone for a called strike at 98 miles per hour. Man, he's working up that radar gun for sure. The pitch. Another foul ball over towards the first base side, and it goes out of play. So, yeah, how many regular season home runs did the Phillies hit in 2022? Just take a wild guess, and I'll let you know if you're close. India grounded out and struck out. The 2-2 pitch on the way inside for ball 3. I'll get to your question in just a little bit then, bro. 3-2 on the way. Grounder rolled over to third base. Bohm fields it cleanly, throws across the diamond, and there's 2 away. Denver says 273 home runs were hit in 2022. That is false, but you're not. You're sort of in the ballpark. Jeimer Candelario walked in the third. And he takes high and outside for ball 1. 196. You're actually really close. 196 is the closest. The 1-0 pitch. That's just on the outside corner for a strike. How many total regular season home runs? I didn't say regular season. Sorry. How many regular season home runs did the Phillies hit in 2022? That's probably like what skewed your answer, and I apologize about that. 200. You're close. You're closer. I will say that. 1-2 on the way. Another foul ball. One more guess. One more, uno. 2 out, space is empty, and the 1-2 from Kirkring. There's a little pop-up, a little flare over towards shortstop, and Turner runs in to make the easy grab. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Reds. And we head to the top of the 8th inning. Phillies have shut out the Reds. They're up 5-0. Good, I said Ryan Kirkring should pitch. I was way over then, says Den Brew. 2:05. That is correct. Good job. Good job. 2:05. You got it. Good job. So India pops out, or Candelario pops out to short, and that's that. If you are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let's get to 100 likes, baby, and let's get to 2,050 subscribers if we have not done so already. We pump out a lot of content, and we give you all this stuff for free. 59 people on here watching, 57 likes. I love that. The 2 people that haven't hit that thumbs up button, y'all should definitely do that for sure. That'd be awesome. Let's take a sip of coffee. You know what I realized? What I just did right there is the reason why I burp. It's embarrassing to do that on the air, especially when I'm doing play-by-play. Honestly, the one thing I don't like about doing this way, and I love talking to you guys for sure, and I love not playing the breaks, not going to break as much, and just continuously having these conversations. But the one thing I don't like is that I've noticed that I've tended to burp more and even sneeze. I don't like that. But you live and you take. It's a blessing and a curse, 68 people on here watching. That means 9 of you have not just come in. Welcome on in. My name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play by Play with JJ. We cover the Phillies, we cover the Sixers, and we cover the Eagles. All right, we will be doing the Sixers game tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be missing night 1 of the NFL Draft. We'll have a recap tomorrow night. And then we got the Phillies tomorrow night as well. 1 ball, no strikes to JT Realmuto. Farmer gets set at the letters and delivers a slider right down the pipe for strike 1. So, yeah, it's play-by-play with JJ. That's what we do, man. We try to cover all the games that we can for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. And the 1-1 pitch, that's low. It was a changeup at 86 miles per hour. It's a ball. They tried to appeal JT's swing, but Dan Bellino said he did not go. Said that Ashcraft originally was supposed to pitch today, but the 2-1 is swung on and missed. When I made this before, he was really supposed to pitch, and I probably should have checked beforehand, and that's on me. Two balls, 2 strikes to JT Realmuto. And the next pitch, it was inside, and it actually hit the hand of JT, but he fouled it off. And the count still remains at 2-2. According to John Clark, I didn't realize this, but, Adam Schefter, totally different person, said that NFL commissioner, quote, Roger Goodell underwent back surgery 3 weeks ago and has recovered well, but it remains uncertain whether he will even be able to offer his patented draft day hugs. So he's a draft time decision, in quotation marks. Now they're saying that JT got hit by the pitch, and David Bell is trying to get an explanation because he thought that maybe he fouled it off, or that he went around. And JT's rewarded first base, and he'll get a free base there, but they are going to challenge this. They will challenge this to see if that is correct. So, David Bell wants to challenge. He's a draft day decision. Exactly. It's a game time decision tonight. Let's see again. So, back in action here, it looked like it may have hit the back end of the bat when he tried to foul it off. I thought that it did hit the back end of the bat. I know it got a piece of JT, but they're trying to see if this is a foul ball or if he should be rewarded first, and the call stands. So JT is over at first, and Marsh is due up next, and he takes a strike at the knees at 93 miles per hour. Go Phillies, drop dead Mets. What's up, Alan? How you doing, man? Marsh singled in the sixth, was able to score a run off the RBI single by Bryson Stott after he stole second base. The pitch on the way, slider inside for ball one. Farmer on the hill for the Cincinnati Reds. I really thought about that. And the 1-1 delivery. It's fouled off. Farmer on the hill. Oh, I was thinking of like the nursery rhyme, the hi ho the Dario, but I realized that's not Farmer on the hill. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. And the next pitch, there's a fly ball hit out over towards left center field. Benson will back up and take a couple of steps over towards his right, and they'll make the catch. And JT thought about tagging up, but he backpedals as the throw is made back towards the infield. And Marsh is retired. We're in the top of the 8th inning. There's 1 out. And now Nick Castellanos is due up to bat. JT's over at first. He got hit by a pitch. Marsh just flew out to center, and Casti is due up. Popped out his last time up, and is 1 for 3 today with a single. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. A slider that was at the knees at 82 miles per hour. Phillies with 11 hits today. The Reds just have 1. Zack Wheeler threw a 1-hitter through 7 innings. And the 0-1 pitch. Good save by Mealy in the dirt. It's Farmer on the dill. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's what I was thinking of. It's the Farmer on the hill. The 1-1 pitch. That's outside and low for ball 2. That's really funny. So Buck is 33 years old. Went to the Georgia Institute of Technology for college. The 2-1 pitch, ground ball, backhanded stop over at shortstop. The flip over the second, there's 1. The throw to first, not in time. Elly De La Cruz did everything he could. So he backhanded it, flipped it over to second base, and Castellanos just beat it out. Not by much, though. Let's see again. Just got on top of a fastball. De La Cruz did a good job of fielding it. Sidearm throw over the second. And Nick barely was able to beat it out. So it's a fielder's choice ground out, and Bryson Stott coming up to bat. Buck is 6'4", and he's on a $2.25 million contract. Stott with the first pitch, swing and a miss. He tried to launch for the fences. And missed it by a mile. Stott's had 2 RBI base hits today. One was an RBI triple. The other was an RBI single. And the 0-1, he swings at a high cheese fastball and misses badly. And is behind in the count 0-2. Buck's father's name is Warren Farmer. And his mom, name is Rose Farmer. The 0-2 on the way. Foul ball in and out of the glove of Luke Mealy. And Stott stays alive. Hoffman's getting warmed up in the Phillies bullpen, and they'll pitch the bottom of the 8th. Curious to see who they're going to go with in the ninth. Buck was previously on the Tigers, played with them for 7 years from 14 to 21. The 0-2 on the way, strike 3 called, very late call by Tossie, and Bryson Stott. Not happy about that, but it was the right call. We go to the bottom of the 8th. No runs, 1 man left. And the Reds coming back up to bat. Phillies lead at 5-0. Phillies will win the NL East. Please no Mets. Definitely an exciting day in Philadelphia pro sports. Yep. It's a long day, man. It's a long day, and again, I won't be able to cover tonight's draft. I really wanted to, but obviously this Sixers game is really important, and we got to do that. I'll try to come on early tomorrow night, and we'll do a little watch party for the second round. The Phillies play at 9:45 tomorrow night. It's going to be a late night because they go to San Diego, and we'll be covering that game. So we'll cover a little bit of the draft. The draft starts at 7, I believe. And we'll just wait and see what happens tonight. And as we do our little watch party, I'll give you my thoughts. We'll do that. If you are new, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, man. Thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play by Play with JJ. You guys are the best. We got 61 people tuning in. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, baby. Oh, come on. Hope y'all are doing well, man. Oh, by the way, Knicks tonight. Ooh, you're taking the Knicks, man. Okay. Taking the Knicks. All right, cool. I'm taking the Sixers tonight, but I'll talk more about that during our little pregame show. We are going to be back on, guys, for a Sixers pregame show. And that'll be at 6:30 tonight. And you're more than welcome to join the Discord server and come on and give your thoughts about the team and about just this game overall tonight from both sides, from the Knicks and the Sixers perspectives. And then we'll do the game, and then after the game is done, probably around 11 o'clock, we'll do a post-game show, and we'll take live call-ins as well. All right, so first pitch is in there for a strike by Ryan Kerkering. So Kerkering starting out the bottom of the 8th, too. How about that? 18 pitches. Came into the inning throwing 16, and I'm surprised that Rob's letting him go another inning. 1-1 pitch, and that's a sweeper at the knees for a strike, too. Santiago Espinal singled in the 3rd. As he's up to bat in the order, it's Espinal, Maile, and Benson. That's 8, 9, and 1, numbers-wise, in the batting order for Cincinnati. Phillies have shut out the Reds 5-0 so far in 7 innings of work. And the 1-2 on the way, slapped foul over towards the first base dugout. Needs work. What needs work? Kerkering with 20 pitches and the 1-2 delivery. There's a little pop-up hit out towards shallow right center field. Castellanos says he has it as he heads towards the alleyway, and he does make the catch. Sometimes with the way that the cameras are heading, don't know if it's going to dive in there for a hit or what, but Castellanos was able to make the grab. And Espinal is out. Luke Maile has struck out 2 times today. He's gone 0 for 2, and he fouls off the first pitch. It was a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. And Maile's behind in the count 0-1. He has struck out 2 times today, or I should say in both of his at-bats. Oh, Kerkering. I got you. The 0-1 on the way, outside for ball 1. He's throwing 97 miles per hour with that four-seamer. And he looks sharp. 1-1 pitch. Sweeper at the knees for strike 2. Oh, Ryan Kerkering. I see. I see what you're saying. The 1-2 on the way. A little flare out to center field, and it drops in for a base hit. Stott wouldn't have been able to get to it, and neither would have Rojas. But there's a 1-out single allowed by Orion. 25 pitches. He's gone to the sweeper and the fastball. Those are his 2 pitches that he's gone to today. And now it's Will Benson's turn to come up. I'm like really shocked that they're keeping Orion out there for this long. Seriously. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th, and Will Benson due up at the dish. The pitch. Sweeper at the knees for strike 1. Casty was very shaky for his defense in the beginning of this season, but he's been looking much better in recent games. I agree with that statement, Denbrew. The pitch. Fouled off again, and the count is 0-2. You know, I'm ready for somebody, and I know I'm going to jinx this right now, but I'm ready for somebody to, not intentionally, but accidentally say, you know, type or have it autocorrect as onion Kirkerink. The 0-1 pitch. That's fouled off over towards the first base side. I've been waiting for that because I figured that at some point it's going to happen because autocorrect thinks that they know everything, but they don't. The 0-2 on the way inside for ball 1. They tried to appeal, and they said that he did not go. Onion. I knew Mike was going to do that. Denver said it's bound to happen. The 1-2 pitch fouled back towards the net. Sometimes, like, autocorrect is really funny. Sometimes Siri makes me laugh, too. Well, in this sequence here, he went to 4 straight sweepers, Orion Kirkerink, and he decides to go with a 4-seamer as the 5th pitch, and the 6th one is a sweeper that's low for ball 2. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, guys. We need 5 more subs to get to 2,050 subscribers. Let's do it. 2-2 on the way, low and outside for ball 3, and the count's now full at 3-2. $100 on the Knicks tonight. Joel will make no differences, Allen. Okay. Well, I disagree with that. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Went with a sweeper at 85 miles per hour. And Orion has 2 strikeouts in 1 2/3 of an inning so far. And now Elly De La Cruz is coming up to bat. Batting on the left side, he's 0 for 2 with a walk in the 3rd. And Orion throws in the triple digits. It's inside for ball 1. That's the fastest pitch he's thrown today. 100 miles per hour on the gun. He's getting warmed up. And the 1-0 pitch, a sweeper that misses just a little bit outside for ball 2. Or we have an onion group at the Citizens Bank Park. Makes the hitters cry every time he faces them because he's lights out. Every time you try to chop something, it results in an out and it makes the team cry. The 2-1 pitch. That's fouled off. Sometimes, man, I don't know where these things come. I really don't. My mind is crazy. Autocorrect rules my life. I'm still thinking about stubborn. Stubborn. Autocorrect, man. And again, I would never call somebody that, but it's just funny how autocorrect and technology sometimes thinks that they're human, and they're not. The 2-2 on the way, inside and low for ball 3. And the count is full at 3-2. Phillies up 5-0. There's a runner over at first. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies are wrapping up this 4-game set in Cincinnati. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the next pitch misses outside. And, well, there's another walk allowed to Elly De La Cruz. And Rob Thompson is going to pull the plug, and rightfully so. 39 pitches in 1 2/3 of an inning. Now Jeff Hoffman's going to go out there. So, a pitching change for the Phillies. Orion was definitely sharp today, and he did a good job. And Thompson wants to make a move, and he will. All right. So Benson got on with a walk. And so did, a single. And De La Cruz got on with a walk. Jason, I agree. Pete should be in the Hall of Fame as a Cincinnati Red, not a Philly. When did I say he should be in the Hall? I didn't say that. You think that he should be in the Hall. Cry baby cry. That's what I'm talking about. You know what shocked me this season? Junior Marte. Yeah. He has shocked me too. Overall, yes. His last outing wasn't really a good one. But overall, he's been definitely making a statement in that bullpen. And I like that. It's that, good for him. Good for him, and good for the people that he's been working with to try to improve his stuff. That's hard. He was terrible over the last couple of years. The Phillies finally said, we see something in this guy, and he's been doing a lot better. Now, how's he going to do against bigger opponents and throughout the season as the season goes on? It's wild. That's definitely wild. And tip of the cap to them. If you are tuning in, make sure you guys like and subscribe. We need 5 more subscribers to get us to 2,050. And want us to get to 100 likes, man. Shout out to you guys for always tuning in on here. And for those of you that are new to the channel, hi, I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We cover the Phillies and the Sixers and the Eagles. We'll be back on tonight. And we'll be calling the Sixers game. The game time tip-off starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. But we'll be doing a pregame show for Game 3 of the first round matchup between the Knicks and the Sixers, and that will start at 6:30. We'll be taking your phone calls, and we'll also do a postgame show after the game as well. You're not going to want to miss out on all the action. All right. Oh, man. So Zack Wheeler threw 103 pitches today. He went 6 innings, allowed 1 hit, and was dominant with the strikeouts, 8 today. And Orion Kerkering went 1 2/3. There's some traffic on the bases as Jeff Hoffman's in there to pitch and trying to get the final out of the 8th inning. 1 ball, no strikes to Spencer Steer, who's 0 for 2 today. Maile over at second, and the 1-0 is downstairs for ball 2. So Maile's the one that got up on the single. I said that Benson got on base. I stand corrected about that because De La Cruz got on with a walk. 2 balls, no strikes to Spencer Steer. Hoffman behind in the count, and the 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Good four-seamer thrown right down the hatch at 95 miles per hour. Hoffman will get to his stats in just a quick second. In seconds left on the pitch clock, he has a 1.8 ERA and 11 strikeouts, along with a 1.2 whip. The 2-1 offering. Fly ball hit out over to right field. Castellanos backs up and reaches up and makes the catch just in front of the warning track, and the inning comes to an end. Spencer Steer flew out to Nick Castellanos when the bases were loaded in the bottom of the 3rd to end the 3rd inning. And, well, he flies out to right field with runners over at 1st and 2nd to end the 8th inning. He is not happy about that today, and we go to the top of the 9th. Phillies up 5-0. As they look to get some more insurance when they return. Okay. Yeah, he's not lights flying out to right field today. It's like every time I go the opposite way, it just goes into that guy's hands. Whoever said that Pete Rose should go in as a Philly should be put in the closet, figuratively speaking, of course, says Mike Green. Seen highlights of Rose on YouTube. Dude was electric. Yes, like highlights are one thing, but again, you got to experience it. Like, with all due respect, I didn't even get to experience Pete Rose. I didn't get to watch him like on a daily basis. And yeah, like the highlight reels are cool, but if we're just talking baseball, I think anybody would agree that he should get in. For sure. But I don't want to open that can of worms now. That's a conversation for another day because it gets into a very touchy subject, and I don't want to go down that road today. I really don't. But I do appreciate your take because absolutely, like, just based on baseball, for sure. But I don't want to get into the political side of that because that's not what I'm here to do today, especially because it's late in the game. But I agree. We need a good West Coast trip, says Jose, seeing that the Braves are tough as always. Yep, I know. Sure, you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. 5 more subs so we get to 2,050. And we go to the top of the 9th. Buck Farmer pitching for his second inning of work, and it's Yohan Rojas who's up to bat. 9-1-2 due up in the order for the Fightins. Takes the first pitch for strike one. And the second pitch, fly ball, hit out over to left field. It's going back towards the track, and making the catch is Steer. Hit it pretty sharply too, Rojas. He's trying to find more of that power, and he's starting to really see the ball well. So you may think to yourself, oh, well, Rojas is 0 for 4 today. He's hit 2 big fly ball outs. I know that they haven't resulted in hits, but yes. 1 out in the top of the 9th, and here's Kyle Schwarber, who looks to end a hitless game. And he takes low for a 1-0 count. He's lifetime 6 for 13 versus Farmer with a homer. And he's hit pretty well off of him. The 1-0 delivery, swing and a miss on a changeup that was down low. Yep. In the bottom of the 9th, the Reds will have Strand, Martini, and India due up. That's 4, 5, and 6 in their batting order. And the 1-1 offering inside for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch, swing and a miss. Like the slider that Farmer decided to go with there. Schwarber was thinking fastball all the way, and he was really early. He'll call for time, Kyle, and step out of the box. Phillies again go to San Diego, and will play at Petco Park to start off a 3-game series tomorrow night as they're on their West Coast road trip. And the 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called. That's another time. That's the 3rd time today where Kyle has just gotten caught looking at a pitch that's literally at the knees. He's out. He's had a very bad afternoon. It's like one of the only negatives about today. Trey Turner steps into the box with 2 singles, a double, and a run scored. 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. And Turner grounds this one over to shortstop. Played on a bounce by De La Cruz. Takes his time. Throws across the diamond. And the Phillies go down 1-2-3. Time to go to the bottom of the 9th. Phillies looking to complete the shutout and get their second win of the series and just split it with the Cincinnati Reds. Okay. I agree, Jason. I do feel the Braves have an easier schedule than us so far. I disagree with that. I think that we have a really easy schedule compared to them. I have to look at their schedule, but our schedule, it gets tougher. You know, it will get tougher in May, especially at the end of May, early June. That's when it really gets tough. Oh, man. All right, if you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, baby. Turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. The name's Jason Joseph. Stay tuned after the game because we will be doing a Sixers-Knicks pregame show at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and then we got you covered for the Sixers game tonight at 7:30 p.m., and we'll also be doing the postgame show of that as well. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. Love you guys, and thank you all so much for tuning in on here. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Phillies are looking to get the final 3 outs. They've only allowed 2 hits today. 1 was allowed by Zack Wheeler as he went 6 innings, just allowed 1 hit, and had 8 strikeouts and 4 walks allowed. It is 22 degrees in the TV booth, and now the temperature is at 60 degrees at the ballpark, and it's sunny. They said on the graphics, they have a little split screen, and it says light flurries. All right, bottom of the ninth. Hoffman pitching his second inning. Well, really his second third of an inning, if we're being technical here. And the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. Encarnacion Strand leading things off in the bottom of the ninth for the Cincinnati Reds. As the Phillies are looking to split the series. The 0-1 swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes to Christian Encarnacion Strand, who is gone hitless today. He's lined out, struck out, and popped out as well. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 deliveries. Check swing. Did he go? They say he did. Dan Bellino said that he went around, and Jeff Hoffman is able to get the first out of the ninth. Good breaking pitch thrown by Hoffman. Was thinking he was going to go with a fastball, but decided to go with the slider, and it was really more of a breaking pitch that ended up going towards the dirt, and you had a chance to play around in that at-bat, and he did so there. And he attacks the next batter with a strike on the outside corner for strike one. It was a slider, a wicked slider that had a lot of movement on the outside edge of the plate. No balls, 1 strike. Hoffman takes a quick breath and delivers the 0-1 pitch. Bounced foul just behind home plate. No balls, 2 strikes to Nick Martini, who's at the dish, batting on the left side. 0-2 is the count. Hoffman winds up and delivers. It's fouled back. Just caught up with the fastball and was able to stay alive. Oh, man. What's up, Jackson? Hey. Hey, let's try to be cool in the chat, man. The 0-2 is down low for a ball. Don't talk to my bot that way. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. The 1-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field. It'll drop in for a base hit. Marsh has to run for it, and he's able to keep it in front of him. And there's this opposite field single by Nick Martini with 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. If you guys wouldn't mind doing me a solid, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. We need 5 more subs to get to 2,050. That would be so cool. Here's India at the dish, and he takes low. 1-0 is the count. 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. Hoffman gets set and delivers. Swing and a miss on a fastball right down the hatch. And India swung right through it. His timing has been absolutely off throughout this entire season. It's just not like him. 1-1 is the count. Hoffman kicks, deals, and India serves it foul. One ball, 2 strikes. Hoffman gets set again at the belts. Gets the signs from Realmuto. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Oh, he struck him out with a heater again right down Broad Street. He knew that India wasn't going to catch up to the first one and decided to go with the same fastball at the same speed in the same exact spot right down the middle. Great execution. And how about that pitch call there by JT as well? Here's Jeimer Candelario, who steps up to the box, and he swings and misses at a heater that's right at the knees for strike 1. Dreamer Watton the third, and that's the only time he's reached base today. The pitch. Strike two at the knees at 96 miles per hour, and the Reds are down to their final strike. The Phillies were able to shut out the Reds 7-0 in the first game. They lost the next two games, but they're looking to split the series and shut them out again. The 0-2 on the way in the dirt for ball one. Pretty good crowd here at Great American Ballpark. Phillies looking to get their 16th win of the season. And here's the 1-2 on the way. Strike three caught on the inside corner. And that's the ball game. Hoffman comes in, closes the door. It was not a save situation, but the Phillies shut out the Reds for the second time in this series, and they split the series at 2 apiece. Zack Wheeler was sensational, and the difference came in that third inning from the Phillies offense. Bryce Harper and the Phillies offense able to provide a lot in that third inning, and that was the difference in the game. The player of the game, though, my game ball is going to go to Zack Wheeler today because he was phenomenal. I also think that Castellanos deserves some love, too, for making that catch at the warning track because that was a big rally killer to end the third inning. But Bryce Harper's 2-run home run was nice as well. Stott played really well today. Had an RBI triple and an RBI single to go along with that. There's a lot of positives to take away from today, and they ended on a very strong note overall. Trey Turner continues to hit the ball really well, as you know, he's been doing good, and Bohm got a double. I like what this team is doing. Rojas is showing some more power. Maybe I know he didn't get a home run today, but he hit the ball sharply twice. Good things are coming for this team now, it seems like. So, anyhow, that was cool. One word to describe that game. Game ball for me is Denbro. Take care, guys. Congrats, Phillies. Have a blessed 2024 season, baby. Esther, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate that very, very much. One word to describe this game. Please make sure that you comment down below. Phillies just got their 5th shutout in the month of April. That's unbelievable. Sure, I got to give credit to Luke for posting that. That was a great win. That was a great win by this team, and I'm happy that it ended on a positive note. Mike said that it was a gritty win. I don't know if it was a gritty win. I think I disagree with that. It was a clean game, in my opinion. But I did ask you for your word. I just disagree with that. But I'm happy. But thanks for giving that to me. Thanks for providing your thoughts. What else are you using? What else? What other one word do we use to describe that game? How about wheels? I don't know. How about Stotty too hotty? I don't know. What else? What else do we got? More words. More words. Anybody? Going once? Going twice? Sold. Dealing Wheeler. Dealing and wheeling Wheeler. I like that. I was going to make a Steely Dan reference, but that didn't work. Apple Attack. What's up, David? Thanks so much for stopping by. He said dealing Wheeler. I like that. Dealer, Dealer Wheeler. I like that. Dealer Wheeler. Huh. Wheeler and dealer. Like wheeling and dealing. Huh. Cool. All right. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. All right, I think that's going to wrap things up for me. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm going to be back tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Hop onto the Discord server, and We'll take your thoughts. All right. I will post that in the community tab. I will do that right now. Okay. If you head on over to the community tab right after this live stream, I promise you it's going to be posted. All right. The Discord server and the actual game link itself for tonight's Sixers game. All right. I want us to come on here. I want us to give our thoughts about this game because it's a big game tonight, man. But to wrap things up about the Phillies, Zack Wheeler was fantastic today. The bullpen did their job. Orion Kirkling did a really nice job as well. I was surprised that Rob let him pitch as long as he did. I think he pitched him a little bit too long. And then Hoffman did get out of the jam. But, again, this is just what Rob does. And I'm getting used to that now. But 11 hits on the day, 5 runs. They got the runs when they mattered the most. And I'm pretty proud of this team. They did good. All right. Not too much else. Have a good night. I will catch you all at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for those of you that won't be tuning in, I will see you guys tomorrow night. We'll be doing the live watch party of the NFL Draft Night 2. And then we'll come on for the Phillies game at 9:45. All right. Love you guys. Peace.